November 17, 2017, 8:46 a.m. EST. Ottawa. A former staffer in the office of Ontario Premier Kathleen Wynne, who now works for Federal Heritage Minister Mélanie Joly, was involved in the selection of Madeleine Meilleur as Official Languages Commissioner this spring, newly released documents show. Joly jumped through hoops to hide her staff's participation in the process, said NDP languages critic Franny Choquette, who obtained the documents under Access to Information Law and provided them to the National Post. "We knew that there was something very, very strange about this process," he said Thursday. "I think it was a lack of transparency since the beginning." The federal Liberals were accused of blatant partisanship after announcing Meilleur's appointment as commissioner on May 15, less than a year after the former cabinet minister in Ontario's Liberal government announced her departure from provincial politics. They insisted the process had been merit-based and that Meilleur was simply the most qualified candidate. But controversy erupted, worsened by revelations that Joly employed 3 staff who had worked for the Ontario Liberals. 2 of them had worked directly under Meilleur. A third, Caroline Seguin, had left a position as Wynne's Executive Director of Intergovernmental Affairs to become Joly's Policy Director in early 2016. On June 1, less than a week before Meilleur removed herself from consideration for the job, Joly stood in the House of Commons to defend her staff. The individuals who have had previous contact with Madeleine Meilleur in the past were never part of the process and were in no way involved in Madeleine Meilleur's appointment, she said during question period. However, while Seguin does not appear to have been part of the formal selection committee, which included 2 members of the Prime Minister's office, the documents, though substantially redacted, contain emails showing Seguin was being kept abreast of details about the appointment as early as March. In February 2017, Boyden Ottawa, a headhunting firm that had been awarded an almost $77,000 contract to help find a new commissioner, held a conference call to discuss a long list of potential candidates. Documents say 72 people had applied and Boyden screened in 28. Boyden ultimately found 11 candidates appeared to be the most aligned with the role, according to the documents, and Joly ultimately interviewed an even smaller number. Seguin was on the list of invitees to an executive search debrief teleconference at the end of March, and in early April was in a list of recipients of a redacted email addressed to selection committee members. It was roughly 3 weeks after that email, on April 26, that Meilleur was informed she would be nominated. Simon Ross, a spokesman for Joly, said in an email to the Post Thursday, "We have a rigorous, merit-based process and we made sure that people who worked with Madeleine Meilleur were excluded from the process." While Seguin may not have worked directly under Meilleur, Choquette said Thursday, she reported to Wynne, Meilleur's boss. "And it is the appearance of a cover-up by Joly that makes the situation look fishy," he said.